The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is...
Hi. Just got back from Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. Anywho, I'm gonna read you the description of what it is, straight from the website. Charming thief and a band of unlikely adventurers embark on an epic quest to retrieve a long-lost relic, but their charming adventure goes dangerously awry when they run into a foul of the wrong people. Sure. I went to this movie with my friend who is very much into D&D and plays it a lot and knows all this stuff, so I had like Genie whisper what's going on, who are the people, which people are, you know, the people that you would play as, and behind the scenes, like some of the spells that they were doing, it doesn't actually follow the D&D code. To give you context, I like animated stuff and romance and comedy and dramas. I do partake in some Marvel, but the fantasy stuff, I read a lot of reviews before I went. Yes? Anyway, so I read a lot of reviews before I went just to be sure that I wasn't gonna sit for 2 hours for nothing. You know, there were so many people that were like, I left in the middle of the theater, it was so slow. Yeah, I hated it. The storyline was garbage, and it's like, what? There was this one review, and it was like, it's just another CGI heavy film. Like, yeah, it's a Dungeons and Dragons fantasy movie. We're in such a good age for technology to make one of these movies to look so realistic. Like, it was, the CGI was so good. There was only the cat people that I could really tell. Other than that, they did pretty well. The cinematography of the whole film was gorgeous. It was, if you get really dizzy fast, this isn't for you. There's a lot of spinning camera, but like the artwork and all the buildings, that like how they portrayed it and everything was really nice. Yeah, there's lots of spinning cameras and like showing the perspective up close to the character, just because there was fight scenes and stuff and it's easier to choreograph it that way. But if you don't know, Chris Pine is in it. He did good. His performance was good, very animated. Sophia Lillis was in it. I know her from I'm Not Okay With This, which is why I have a hedgehog. I can't believe the show was cancelled. She was very good. I really liked her character. She's a shapeshifter person into animals. Very cool. I really like that. There's one point where she's running away and she's transforming into all these different animals and stuff. And it's very cool, and the CGI is so fast and so smooth you can't even tell. So I don't know why people were complaining. Michelle Rodriguez is in it. She's in Fast and Furious and Avatar. She's really good. She's the barbarian character. Sucks it. Beat people up. Reggae John Page is in it. I know him from Bridgerton. The way they portrayed his character was just like this guardian angel protecting everyone and just like this super nice guy. He played it very well. But I needed more. I'm sure if this series is continue, I don't know, I didn't do any research. I hope he gets to be angry because he's too peaceful and sad. I burn! Justice Smith is in it. I know him from All the Right Places. His character is nice. It's just his character was a breath of fresh air. And then when he had like his little character development moment, girl, don't let you stop you. That's what I learned. Daisy Head is in it. She was amazing! I know her from Ophelia. Completely 180 character flip than what I know her as. I see that she is in scary stuff. I don't do scary stuff. So her performance was amazing. And then Hugh Grant. I feel like he had a wall up the whole time, but I feel like that's just his character. So you know, I can't really complain about it. Now, for my overall consensus of the film, if you want spoilers, keep watching. If you don't, I don't know. I'll leave the time here as to where you can fast forward to. It was mediocre. The plot was very... People were saying that it was slow, but I don't think it was slow because they had to, you know, introduce everyone at such a fast pace. They did it so well, like everyone's character and their psychological, you know, their personalities and everything in the first 10 minutes. 20. And I like how they did. They had a backstory, and then in the present, and then it just shuffled through to where they're going to now. I read one comment that they were, the jokes were good in the beginning, but they kept forcing it throughout the whole movie. And I very much agree with that. I don't like how negatively they said it because I feel like the jokes were funny all around, but in some moments where it was like, ooh, this is supposed to be really scary, why are they saying a joke? At one point they're in the underbellies of something or other, it's like the dark world or I don't know. But these creatures that are like, they feast on the smart people's brains, and if they can't tell that you're smart, they'll just ignore you. And they're all sitting up against the wall and the things just walk by, and Chris Pine's like, that's insulting. It's like, shouldn't you be scared? Yeah, the jokes were good. If you're gonna be a comedy, be a comedy. But I like the pepper in, you know, of, you know, lighten the mood a bit. But there's some parts of movies that you don't need to lighten the mood. We get it. It's okay. We heard the description of what they gave. I'm gonna give a description in full length about what the movie is. It starts off with our two main characters as the players that you can play as in the game, and they're in jail because there's something that happened, and it's about this one guy, Hugh Grant, who betrays everyone without them knowing from the very beginning of their friendship. Don't trust anyone! It's another thing I learned. Don't trust anyone. But, so he makes a plan without anyone knowing to get them trapped in jail so he can take over this city and become the lord of it. Oh, okay. Drama queen! And so the two people are in jail, and then they get out, and then they find the guy's daughter, and she's like, how could you do this to me? Because Hugh Grant is like, your dad sucks. Chris Pine's the worst. He's like, sir, that's rude. So he kind of brainwashes her into thinking that Chris Pine is bad, her dad. And then they have to like find a way to not get unalived. And they find a way to get the daughter back because Hugh Grant keeps lying to her, saying that, sissy, he doesn't care about you. It's just drama upon drama upon drama. Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez team up like they do. And then they get a team together, and then they take down the Hugh Grant. That's the whole movie. Plot twist after plot twist after plot twist, of course. And then they get the daughter back, and like an hour and a half in, they get the daughter back. And then plot twist, the girly girl supreme sorceress that Hugh Grant is teaming up with to take over the town to become the lord, she's like, secret plan alert, I'm gonna kill everyone here with this horn. Drama. It is a drama. It's not fantasy. This is like this is a very calm telenovela at best. But so then they turn around and they go save everyone, which like they save everyone that's in an arena because they have like Thor Ragnarok, Hulk, you know, the champion, he's a friend from work. It's kind of that, but times 100. So they were in that, and then they escaped, and then they found a boat with all the gold that Hugh Grant was stealing from everyone. So they turn the boat around, and then they make all the people leave the stadium by dropping the gold from the sky into the streets, and thousands of people all just leave in 10 minutes. 5. So they don't get killed by the red smoke that the sorceress lady is. That bugged me because no way. No way am I getting up out of my seat that fast. Ooh, red smoke, theatrics. I want to see what happens. But I guess if you're poor and you need money, sure you're going for the gold. But in the movie, it looked like there was one exit. They get everyone out, everyone lives, and then all the heroes, they go after the little sorcerer girl, and then they sneak attack her and fight her. And there's this really great scene where punchy, haha, funny, the shapeshifter turns into a owl bear, and once the sorcerer is all old and weak because of magic, she takes her. He's a friend from work again, like when Hulk punches Thor into the ground, but she does it a lot and like continuously, and then throws her into a brick wall and bricks fall on her. Speaking of funny, the theater was filled. It was almost a complete sold out show. There was parts where the movie was trying to make jokes, and but in the far corner people are hacking and gagging over these jokes. I'm like, I mean, everyone has their own sense of humor, and they obviously nailed it in the head with that demographic with those jokes, but the rest of the theaters, silent. I gotta say, the casting director did amazing with casting because they got movie genre demographics with the actors plus the age demographic with the actors. Because Chris Pine was just in Don't Worry Darling, so people, I mean, if they were Larry Styles, but they want to see what he's doing. Bridgerton fans want to see what that guy's doing. It fans want to see what that girlie's doing. You know, they just did a really good job of all that. Fast and Furious fans want to see what that girl's doing. Shout out to Victoria Thomas, who casted this, because she did amazing. Not only with the main cast, but there are so many people in this movie. I hope some of them are fake, because yikes, that's a lot of people in one space. That's my consensus of the film. I don't know if I have much else to say, you know? Not my favorite genre, not my favorite film, but it wasn't like a bad one, you know? I'm glad I saw it. I wouldn't watch it again though. That's just me though. I give her a 3.5 out of 5. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, I very much appreciate it. If you want to like, go ahead. I'll wait. Thanks. Oh, if you like this, let me know what other movies you want me to watch. Bye!